All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostle elders of Millstone, who teach very well. Why don't this truth from his salvation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. And today, man, just basically getting on somebody's going to have to pay the tab, and that somebody is the nation of Edom. The Romans know them as Idumeans. For the lack of better words, they're not Japhites. The Idumeans is the so-called white man. And the things that this person have pushed forth throughout the whole planet Earth is gonna have to be paid for the lack of better words, man. Because the rape, rob, and murder, the sea of trash islands out there in the middle of the sea, and ultimately the death that this guy pushed forth. Because even in the book of Habakkuk, it mentioned that he is as death, And that's why it says even in the book of Psalms, the 23rd chapter, and it also says that in the book of Job, the 10th chapter. Let's get that real quick. This is the book of Job 10, and I'm going to start at verse 21. Before I go whence I shall not return. And this is Job actually talking in the past life, man. Because for the lack of better words, he's seen ahead, because he was a prophet. It says, before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness in the shadow of death. Right there. It says, even to the land of darkness in the shadow of death. And that land of darkness and shadow of death is talking about America, Babylon the Great, because not only do people, for the lack of better words, are stupid or in the dark about things, actually in this society, death is celebrated. If a girl get 3 abortions in 2 months, that's celebrated, man. Continuing on, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and as of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. And again, because ultimately, instead of in this society, instead of them pushing forth life, which is Yahweh Shai, they push forth death, everything that's contrary to the Lord. Even though they might have you might go to church, you might go to church every Sunday, you might sing in the choir, but it's going to be a bride with a man's wife, with a tight dress, and you're going to look at her certain way. Now you sing it, But at the same time, that's normal here in Babylon, man. Wickedness, it's okay here, And again, wickedness and death in that certain spirit that this guy pushed forth across not only the Western society, but throughout the whole world is going to have to be paid for. Matter of fact, let's go right here in the book of Job 4, and I'm going to go to verse 7. This is the book of Job 4. Let me read. Yep, Job 4 and verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or what will the righteous cut off? And right there, Yahweh Shema Shai is basically telling you, if something happened to you, it's not for no reason. Continuing on, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. And just like how Esau, even the so-called white man throughout the whole world, he plowed iniquity, he sowed wickedness. And the part of him plowed iniquity is him gunning down farmers in the Middle East just to plant some poppy seeds, man. Just to plant some opium plants. It says, and sow wickedness, reap the same. So like how you did them, the same thing is going to be done unto you. It says, by the blast of the Mosiah, Yahweh Shema Shai, they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. Because ultimately, the Lord, he's going to consume them physically in Obadiah 1 and 18, but also he's consuming them by the words of the prophets. Let's go ahead and prove that. Because for a long time, this guy have been hitting for the shit that he have been doing, man. He blaming it on other people. Nigga don't take accountability. You know, nigga get mad at you because he burnt down the house. You know, continue. Let's get this real quick. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "Remember ye not that when I told," it says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time." Now, ultimately, this is his time. Who's his? That so-called white man, the Romans. Because it says, "Remember not when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth you that he might be revealed in his time." Because during the Roman period, some Israelites knew that the Romans was Edomites, but it was foreign because it was different cultures mixing in, man. And when you do a lot of mixture of things, the truth is more hard to find, for the lack of better words. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, you know? But in this time, he's being revealed because now, instead of him hiding things under deceit in the history books, the Lord have sent out the time of the prophets. It's continuing on. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way." And again, they knew that the Romans was Edomites. That's why I says the mystery of iniquity. Because for the lack of better words, the devil that the Bible speak of have children. Just like the Heavenly Father have children, the saint have children, man. Just like the Heavenly Father have angels, saint have angels. Yahweh Shema Shai is a balanced power, you know? Let's go ahead and continue on. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." Now, when you read in verse 6, it says his time, because the Roman time period, yes, that was the time of the Romans to rule, but you got to realize, man, Jake was in the mix. Jake was a big hand of why Esau kingdom was prospering. Most of the army of the Roman time period, they was Jake, man. You know. But it says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed," because this time Babylon the Great is the height of his kingdom. That's why in the book of Job it says, "In the greatness of his sufficiency," right? And what making him great in this time? His technology. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." Even whose coming is after the working of saint, and that's it. Because Yahweh Shema Shai said, "Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth," right there. That's the prophets coming out and exposing this guy, man. Saying, "No, he got to pay for that. You trying to run out on the ticket? You ran up a big bill, man. You know, let's say if you're a cook or anybody, you're gonna get chased after, man. And let's say if somebody is waiting on you, for the lack of better words. Let's say if somebody's on the side, you said y'all was gonna take out, and you walked out on the bill on him on accident. Guess what? He's gonna have to pay the bill. Let's get that. We're gonna jump back to this, but let's get that. This is the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 21. "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers." Because ultimately, once again, the Roman time period is the 2.0 today. Reincarnation is real. There is nothing new under the sun. So this kingdom, this rulership is the Roman rulership reincarnated, man. Now, one thing about the Roman rulership, they killed Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So that's like the Roman rulership trying to walk out on the tab, and he left America there at the table. That's why it says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers." So even the children of the Roman period, Caligula, Nero, they're here today. That they do not rise again, nor possess the land, nor fill the world with cities. Why? Because when he do that, he pushed forth death. And bad things happen when this guy's in control, man. You know, things don't go the right way. So let's go ahead and get this real quick. Let's go. This is another one right here. This is the book of Job 27 And Salakia. Please bear with me. Because again, it's like it ain't like the Lord is gonna let Esau get it away innocently, man. No, Yahweh Shai is going to actually catch this guy, and he's going to catch his children. This is the book of Job 27 and 15. It says, it's like Job 27 and 14. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. And again, the Roman Empire, the Roman period, and even the Edomites, when you go back into the Civil War, even the Joe Six-Packs who got off during those times, who got off during the times of slavery, for the lack of better words, for the lack of, in this time, they're not being satisfied with bread because ultimately the Lord is devaluing the money, but this kingdom is at its latter end. This is not the greatness of Esau's strength. Everything is watered down now, man. It's going on her way out. So for the lack of better words, and then not even though it's going on his way out, you got the prophets in the background telling you to get out of here. 10, man, you just shot an eyeball and the clock counting down on you, man. Last time I checked, this ain't 1,000 years. Last time I checked, I think it was under 90 seconds. 90 seconds are under, but let's go ahead and continue on. It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep, because ultimately it's going to be a time when Yahweh Shai is going to give us those Edomites. They already love us, but it says those that remain of him shall be buried in death, because the Lord, he's going to kill off some of the Joe Six-Packs, and also he's going to leave some remnant. And some of those people, for the lack of better words, they're going to have to physically bury their bodies. But even in the kingdom, it's going to be like death unto you. Like this kingdom is life unto Esau, but death unto us. Our kingdom is going to be like life unto us, but death unto Esau. It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. That's pretty much on it. Let's go back to the 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8 again. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And there's those prophets out there sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And we pointing at the bad guy. It says it shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Continuing on, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Because one thing Satan do, he play on your mind. And that's what Esau do in this society. For the lack of better words, you can see back in, it don't work now, but you go back into the time of the 90s when the internet, or the 80s when the internet wasn't really a big thing throughout the whole world. They'll send postcards to India or big cities and third world countries, and people want to come over here and work, and it won't be like it will be, man. You thought you was going to have the American dream, and you end up being a damn Uber driver, But Elamite come over here, and he'll live the American dream, right? And the reason why, because they're in the cahoots with Esau too. We pointing at you too, man. Esau, he's the main guy, but he's the one that's pushing forth. He got these people on a puppet string, for the lack of better words. Let's continue on. Salakia. It says, and without deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And read this one more time. It says, and without deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish. Yes, because it says it is impossible to deceive the very elect, man. It says, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Yes, because ultimately Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua have set up 2/3 of our people to die. That's why it says, in them that perish, because why they can't get this truth, and ultimately they can't get that the so-called white man is their enemy. The same guy that raped, robbed, and murdered your mom, the same guy that had your great-great-great-granddaddy in chains. Even when you go into the Alamo, the same guy that tried to kill and deport the Mexicans, the same guy who crash the money in Brazil? You want this guy to live free? You want him to be okay? No. So you got to get put down with him. Though hands on the hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, man. And you show that you with Esau with your actions. You know? Let's go on continuing on, though. It says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie. What's that lie that Esau believed? That the Lord is going to make him rule forever. Let's go right here in the book of Psalms, the second chapter. This is the book of Psalms 2 and verse 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And that's what Yahweh Shai is doing right now, man. He's deceiving Esau, thinking that he's going to get that new world order off the ground. You know, some of the Esau believe it. Some of the Esau's got some strong pride that they're just going to get over the shoulders. But the elites know. They know that it is vain to think that your rulership is going to continue another 1,000 years, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai, he's coming in this time. Continuing on. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, and that's what Esau do. He don't point at the Edomites or the Ishmaelites or the Hamites. He don't like to push forth strong delusions on them. No, he don't got doo-doo cakes. You know, it's doo-doo cakes at Popeyes, and Don Holly Young got doo-doo cakes. No, man. They fucking with Popeyes, because the reason why Yahweh Shai and his people, man, and we are the trending topic upon the planet Earth. And if they deceive us, they deceive the whole world, because the world is ours. When you realize, man, Israel is the world trend, for the lack of better words, you know. But if Israel go wrong, then the world go wrong. And that's why, for the lack of better words, let's continue on. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Yes, because you think that you're going to get one up on Yahweh Shai when you're the one that's pushing forth us towards this wickedness. That's why it says the Lord shall laugh and you shall be in derision. You know? Because you really think Yahweh Shai is going to let you continue with that bullshit, man. You know? That's a lucky for the lame foot. But with that BS, this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And what the Lord said unto us, man. For the lack of better words, that the so-called white man is the devil, and the history shows it, man. It says, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Now, the reason why I pulled out these scriptures, the reason why I say the so-called white man, not all white people are Edomites. You know, not all so-called physically or physically people that look white. They're not all Edomites. You know, some of them are the children of Israel. I know a couple of them. It's a couple of them in GMS. You know, but we say white people to make it plain unto you. That's why we don't say Edomites. You know, we say the Edomites are the so-called white people, so you know who we are talking about. Continuing on, though, it says that he may run that readeth it. Let's go ahead and jump down, though. This is the book of Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, and pulleth thy bottle to him, that maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And right there, Yahweh Shai is telling you that the Lord have set up Esau to push forth certain philosophies, to go into a certain way. Now the world is going into a certain way. You know, you don't see people wearing a lot of Elon Musk shirts or Bill Gates or even George Soros. You don't see a lot of people wearing that shirt, man. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai have set up these people to be lesser and set up guys like LeBron James to be greater, man. It's even people with old Wu-Tang shirts on. The Rock, Stone Cold, which is an Israelite. I believe he's from the tribe of Naphtali. You know, that's why he's folks from Texas. You know what I'm saying? But for lack of better words, when you go back into it, Esau pushed for certain philosophies and certain ways of life towards our people and leads up into a certain way. And that way that we go, it don't be towards the pleasing or the liking of the Lord. And Esau knows that. And he look at it and laugh and continue to let our people go that way. But guess what? We're not drunk no more, man. We basically woke up from that, for the lack of better words, derision that you had us under. The elect woke up from it. Let's continue on. It says that thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And right there, just because you did it unto the nation of Israel, the Lord said your foreskin is going to be uncovered, man. The Lord said you're going to drink of the cup too, and your sin is going to be exposed, man. And shameful spewing shall be on your glory. That's why you don't see Trump in the same light. You don't see George Soros, Bill Gates, but you can go back into the past, guys like Christopher Columbus. They're not in the same, like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, which he was let's do a video on him teaching grape. He was graping, man. A lot of our women, for the lack of better words, but that thing they came out 2000, a couple hundred years later, man. Is he going to pay for his sins? What shall happen unto him? That's why the Lord is getting ready to get this guy back for all the BS that he have done, And at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai, he set up his prophets to point out this guy and show you at the end of the day, the Lord, he's going to take down the so-called white man, and everything that you have done into his people is going to be done unto you. Everything that you reap, Esau, you're going to sow. And you know what we're talking about, man. It's going to get to a time when it's going to be a time when Jake is going to get persecuted heavily. Time of Jacob's trouble. In the time of Jacob's trouble for no reason, we're going to be blamed. Our name is going to be thrown through the dirt. But we still have to, keep our integrity. Let's end off with this. This is the book of Psalms 94:16. Who shall rise up for me against the evildoers, or who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And that's right there. It says, who shall rise up against me for this guy who been doing all this BS upon the planet Earth? Because this is a commandment in the book of Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, the first verse. It says, prophesy against Mount Seir. That's a commandment. So that's a part of us rising up against the evildoers, and we're standing up against the workers of iniquity, man. It says, unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said my foot slippeth, the Lord, thy mercy, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, held me up. And that's it, Yahweh Shema Shai. He's helping us in these dark days. The Lord is the light in the midst of our salvation and all the bullshit that we go through, Even though we get no press and we go off for the lack of better words, the Lord is still holding us up because he knows that we're at the away team. So yeah, I just pray that this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give the honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone, and Shalom.